Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about spacecraft. Now, this is a cool little game, all about, there's two halves to the game. Most turns, you have a token, and you're moving around a 4x4, although I think it gets bigger at a higher player count, of 5x5 grid of stacks of junk in a junkyard. And on your turn, you can move a certain number of steps and orthogonally, and wherever you land, you grab one of these pieces of junk. And the pieces of junk have different art, and they also have different weights. You put that junk in your trunk, in your wheelbarrow, and you can only carry so much weight. So eventually, you're running around trying to get the ideal things you need, but dealing with weight restrictions. Maybe you can't afford to get two of the things you want because that would overweigh your barrel, and you'll have to make multiple trips. Because eventually, you're like, okay, I can't carry any more stuff around. I'm going to leave the junkyard. When you leave the junkyard, you have the opportunity to convert all the scraps you picked up and turn them into rocket parts. And the interesting thing is, the different types of scraps you have bought give you access to different columns. So if I've got some duct tape, that means, hey, if I use duct tape plus whatever else I grabbed, I could get stuff out of the duct tape column of things, where there's fuselages and booster rockets, because we're trying to make rockets to go to the moon, of course. And the interesting thing is, when you're basically doing all of this, this set collection, all this tile drafting through this cool little mini game, you're trying to plan for, right, okay, when I come out, I can only get two pieces at the most, and you're trying to build your rocket as fast as you can to try to hit certain public goals that everybody is chasing after. And then after you've done that, you've converted your junk. Maybe you don't use all, you save some junk for later, and then you go back in the junkyard, you try to collect more stuff. It's a good, solid little game. Another one I think would be great for families. Pretty easy to teach how to play the game. Honestly, I think this is going to be better for 6-year-olds than My Lil Everdell when it boils right down to it. Charming. The rockets you end up building are really quirky and odd shaped, and just fun. There's a sense of fun and whimsy about everything in this game, and we enjoyed it, but it's a little bit too lightweight for us. Although there's an interesting twist to it. The game has two different variants you can play that have to do with the different types of objective cards you're chasing. The advanced version of the game is whenever you come out of the junkyard and you start buying, you're turning your scrap into pieces, you can also lay claim in kind of a little area control game to the different scoring opportunities. And so the more somebody says, hey, I'm really going to try and score a lot of points on the getting red pieces for my ship. There's an interesting thing where you can push your luck too much, because if I've got a lot of red pieces for my ship and I have put a couple of things on there, the more times somebody activates one of these bonus point things, the more valuable it gets, until it's activated too many times, and then all of a sudden those particular pieces become not worthless, but suddenly their drop in value significantly. So there's this really delicate balancing act. If somebody can see I'm getting a lot of red pieces, I don't want to tip my hat. I don't want to rush right out and make the red really valuable, because then it's just going to be very easy for somebody else to say, oh, they'll tank it because they don't have a lot of red and they don't want me to get all those points. So there's a really interesting kind of, how long can you afford to wait before you make your move thing? So that's the advanced way, but to me, that was a simple way to play. The more complex way to play is, instead, there's a big collection of, hey, build with this combination of parts or that combination of parts, and there's like a constant flow of we're racing to complete individual mini objectives. And honestly, I think I like that one more, and I don't understand why they said that's the easier one, when in fact, it seemed like it was the more complex one to play. But either way, whichever one you play with, I still think this is a good gateway-style game if that's what you're looking for. It's not what we're looking for, which is why it comes in at number 16, Spacecraft. And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.